Okay, welcome everybody. Today is October 16th. What? We're more than halfway through the month. So that means we've got, 14, 15 days left to hit Success Club. Or if you're wanting to win those prizes, I want that dream magnetic board like so bad for I don't even know what it's called, but the promotion that's this month. So so got big goals for that. And Super Saturday is this weekend. So if you do not know of one near you, let your coach or just post on the team page know, and we'll find one for you. And you need to go, like seriously, like make it a priority to get there. And I can't wait to see you, Brooke, in Atlanta. So excited to see you in person. Other than that, I had the pleasure of speaking on Stephanie Daniello. Did I pronounce it right? I actually did a Google search right before the call, and I was like, pronounce Daniello, and it was like Daniello. It was like this beautiful thing. Daniello. I hosted her team call last night, had so much fun with your ladies, and so she is gracious enough to host ours tonight. So I'm going to give her a bit of a welcome of all her amazing kudos and credentials. So first and foremost, she's 2-star in her first business center, and obviously when you get to 2-star, you get to open another one of you, which is glorious. And so her second business center is at 1-star, and then she's a Success Club 10 legend and a Market Council member. And I love watching you on social. You just have a light to you, and you're just really kind of cool. So we're really excited to have you tonight, and I'm going to just be quiet and let you do your thing.
Awesome. Well, thank you for having me. I have wine because I told Natalie I'm super nervous talking in front of people, so cheers to everybody. I have been coaching for 4.5 years almost, which is kind of crazy to me. Before this whole thing started, I was in nursing school. I was very, very stressed out, gained a bunch of weight during nursing school because of all the studying and clinicals and tests and stress. And if anybody who's been in nursing school knows, it's crazy. So I gained a bunch of weight, drank a lot, ate a lot during that time. So when my husband got me an 8-day cruise for my 25th birthday, I knew I need to do something because I was just not comfortable in my own skin, and I did not want to get in a bikini. I was so nervous to get in a bikini. I know a lot of people can relate to that part of my story. I would go to my closet, have nothing to wear, but it was completely full. I just did not feel comfortable. So I was scrolling Facebook one day at work on my lunch break, and I saw some post about a challenge group. My coach, Courtney, who doesn't work the business anymore, but we were good friends at the time, and I didn't know what that meant, what it would cost me, if it was in person, online, or what. But I knew she could help me. So I reached out, and she got me started with 21 Day Fix and Shakeology. I was one of those people who did not want the shakes at all. I was not a shake person. I was that, excuse all over. But she encouraged me to try it. She said, there's a 30-day money back guarantee. You might as well try it. So I tried it. I saw great results with both. I went all in. I did the program full on nutrition, workouts every single day, through my birthday, through going to weddings, through everything else. I did it, and I saw great results. I lost, I don't even remember at this point, like 9 pounds, 11 inches, just in 3 weeks. That was pretty awesome to me. So she asked if she could share my before and afters on social media, and I said, hell no. I have ex-boyfriends, I have grandparents, I have parents, everybody's on Facebook. No. So she said, okay, that's fine. But then I thought about it for probably 3 or 4 days, and I said, you know what, Courtney, if I could help inspire one person out there to get started, by all means, go ahead and share it. So she did it. She posted it. I was a nervous wreck. I didn't think I went on social media for like a whole day. And all of a sudden, my friends, my family were commenting on that photo and just said, what are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. So she reached out again. She had offered me the coaching opportunity to be in it, but we didn't want anything to do with that. So she asked again if I wanted to become a coach, and going back to school in the fall, not making any money. I said, you know what, why not? I'll get my shakes paid for, because at that point I had fallen in love. And I went on my cruise, and I came home to a paycheck that I was not expecting at all. And by the end of the summer, I would insert Beachbody, you know the deal. You got to work for it. So I was thinking about the stress that was going to come back the next semester. I was probably a week or two getting ready to go to school in the fall. And I asked my husband, I was like, do you think it would be crazy of me to quit nursing school and do this full time? And he said, get out a piece of paper. Let's do the pros and cons and everything. And he's very supportive. So if you haven't noticed. So ever since that point, I have been doing this full time for 4.5 years. And during that time, I have had 2 beautiful baby boys. And I've grown a team of other women who, are just like me and want to help other people and build a community. So that's kind of my story. And I was going to share how I did my challenge group sneak peeks, but that's kind of boring. And they talked about it on the National Wake Up Call yesterday. So you can go back and watch that if you haven't seen it. Tanya did a much better job than I would have done. So basically that's how I run mine. But I kind of wanted to talk about, staying resilient in this business and never giving up. In 4.5 years, I've been kind of through a shitstorm, if that's a word. And if you haven't read, what's it called? Entrepreneur Roller Coaster or something along those lines, right? Yeah, definitely read that because it's so true. You'll go through ups and downs and all arounds. And so that's I have notes. So like I said, I've been through a lot. The year after I started, I think it was the year after. No. Okay, so I quit nursing school in August, and then that September I got pregnant for the first time. I lost that baby, and then I got to go on the Success Club trip. I think it was in Cancun at the time, and I earned that. We went, and it was amazing. So I said, I'm giving this up to God. Like, everything happens for a reason. I'm totally that cliche girl. But then I got pregnant again and lost my second baby. And that's when I went into a deep, dark hole, and I just stayed in bed for probably a month. Thank God for this business, because I was able to work from my bed and talk to other people out there who have, been through the same thing. And I was very quiet about it for a while, and my business kind of crumbled at the time. But, the theme of this call is never giving up. So, just kept going. And I kind of just had a moment where I was like, you know what? Stop playing the victim. Other people have been through this before. You can share your journey instead of just wallowing in your sorrows. You can share it. And that's what I did. And I chose for it to be a part of my story. And now it's completely changed my business, just opening up about it, and people know they can come to me and talk about, struggles with pregnancy or getting pregnant or being pregnant. And so, like I mentioned, I do have 2 beautiful boys now, 2.5 and 3 months. So everything does happen for a reason. Timing is everything. But needless to say, take those bad experiences, those hard experiences, and like Natalie mentioned on my team call last night, don't be negative about it. Don't, spill your dirty laundry on social media, but put a positive spin on it, inspire someone, and like I said, make it part of your story. So that was the first kind of wave of stuff. And then the whole, I don't know if everyone was around for this, when people started leaving for other marketing companies. So my up line left, and they took a lot of my team, including Diamonds. And that was very, very hard. Thank God for personal development, because I don't think I would have gotten through that. It was just really hard, especially when you've never been an entrepreneur before and have dealt with that stuff. So I kind of had that moment where I was like, you know what, I'm going to choose to see things differently. I talked, I don't know if you guys know who Tommy Migrant is. He's kind of like my great grandpa in this business, but he is one of my mentors, and he kind of told me, Steph, this is like pruning a tree. You got to get rid of the dead branches in order to grow bigger and better. So that was mind blowing to me. Like, I think of that every day. Every time I get one of those coach cancellation emails, and they suck. Don't get me wrong, they suck. But it's just the universe making room for new and better people, the people that were meant to be on your team. So I hope all this makes this making sense. I'm just kind of going through my life. So I want to just mention with that, think logically, remove the emotion from it. This is a business, and I'm an emotional girl. Do not get me wrong. But you kind of have to remove yourself from it and, think logically. Maybe it wasn't the right time for them. And sometimes they do come back, which is pretty awesome. And that's okay if it's not for them. I always mention in my Insta stories and all of that, like, this may not be for you, and that's totally okay. Like, when I'm inviting people, I say that straight up, because then that gives them an out and they don't feel pressure. And, it's just a nice way to stay human. People are going through their own things, and think about when you first got started, did you say yes right away? I think I'm kind of an anomaly. I can't say that word, anomaly. I was just like, okay, sign me up. But people are going through their own stuff. Just figure out what your mission is and keep that in the back of your mind, and your why and all of that. Just stay focused, and it doesn't matter if people leave, as long as you are staying where you are and continuing to help others. So let me see. Oh, and then I had another one, because a lot of my team lately has been telling me they have a fear of what other people think. And I struggle with that every single day. Again, thank God for personal development and sticking to my truth and all of that. There will be gossip, there will be drama, there will be, things that are out of your control, and you kind of just have to take a step back and refocus. There was a situation, my first summit, I brought, I think, 5 of my girls, and a couple of them were diamonds, and I was invited to the elite party, and there was some jealousy going on there. So, stuff started happening, and they had their whole little mean girls group. I felt like I had a burn book written about me. And I was like, guys, I'm just going to a party. So needless to say, that was another thing in my business where I had to, grow and take on a bunch of personal development and all of that. So, again, choosing to see things differently, learning how to forgive people if they do hurt you in this business. And honestly, other people's opinions of you don't really matter in the long run, because they don't pay your bills, and it's honestly none of your business. It's a reflection of them. And I've kind of learned the hard way through that. But that was just another thing. So I like to tell my girls, imagine if you flipped it. So if you think people are judging you for posting a sweaty selfie or sharing your transformation or sending an invite, I know a lot of my girls are so scared to just make that first connection with people, and it's really not that scary. Just think of it as, like Natalie mentioned on my call last night, this is a gift that we have to share. And imagine them only saying good things. It's kind of like when you tell people you're scared of public speaking, imagine the audience naked. Imagine if people are just saying good things when you post something on social media, or you're talking on your Insta story, or sending that invite. I know if I hadn't seen that post my coach had posted a long time ago, I wouldn't be where I am today. So that one post changed my entire life. It changed my family's life. I'm able to stay home with my kids. I'm bringing in income. I'm contributing to my household, which is awesome as a stay-at-home mom. And yeah, that's all I have. Oh, I did have a call to action though. I just talked really fast. I'm so sorry. I did have a call to action. So I wanted you guys to write a list of the things that are holding you back in this business, because this is something I'm working on right now. And I work with, business coaches and other mentors. And I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Amanda Francis. She's kind of all about the universe and that stuff. If you don't follow her, she's like a self-made millionaire. She's not inside of Beachbody, but she's awesome. And she kind of has you write out your limiting beliefs, and then looking at them and just say, is this the ultimate truth? And then change them to see if they're or change it, like look at it with a different perspective. So like I said, like if you think people are judging you, write that out. Is that ultimately true? Is everyone really judging you? Not really. They're probably just worrying about what they're going to make for dinner. Like they really don't care what you're doing. They're pretty much selfish and just worrying about the next thing on their list of things to do. So don't play the victim. Just think about it logically for a second and then write a different truth. So everybody's talking good things about you. So that was my example. Yeah, I think that's all I had for my little story. I'm sorry I talk so fast. It's only been like 17 minutes.
No, don't be sorry at all. I've got a ton of notes. Amanda Francis, I'm trying to think. Blah, 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 blah. Like you said, though, not worrying about what people are thinking because they're thinking about themselves.
Yeah.
They're not thinking about you. They're not thinking about what you post. They're thinking about what did I just post? And am I being judged, right?
Exactly. What are your hot tips on Insta stories? I don't really have any hot tips, but there's a couple trainings in the Beachbody Champions page that are awesome. I know Jatana Jackson did one. I just follow other coaches without judgment. Like I don't compare myself. If I start comparing myself to someone, I, delete and block. And I go to their page for inspiration if I need it down the road. But if I find that I'm comparing or getting upset or feeling triggered by something that they're posting, I immediately unfollow because it's not good or healthy. So every day I show, what I'm doing. Literally, it's probably my Energize in the morning. I'm not able to work out right now, which kind of sucks because my abs split during my pregnancy. So I'm going to PT and all of that. So I share that. It's kind of shitty, but I've gotten so many people that have experienced the same thing, and that's my new track. So it's like share the good, the bad, the ugly. Most of the time it's my kids acting a fool on social media. Stay-at-home mom life is crazy, but just document all day. I've been kind of slacking today. What else do I do? I invite pretty much every day to something, whether it's, my free community or challenge group or coach sneak peek or just being friends on Facebook or wanting to try Energize. Sometimes I'll do like once a month or once every couple months. I'll say, do you want to try this drink I drink every single morning? I'll send you a sample. So then I have their email address. I have, they get to try it. And those sampler packs are going to be on HD soon. And I'm so excited because I have a stockpile of Shakeology and I would love to just send out samples to my people. Yes, Shalene Johnson does have awesome tips. Do you ever feel strange documenting your day? Tips on how to get past it. So I have a really big fear of public speaking. Like, I hope I don't seem like I'm sweating too much because I am. And I have my wine as a safety blanket. But you just kind of have to do it. Action kind of trumps that fear every time. And once you start getting in the hang of it and getting positive feedback, it's awesome. I use the polls too all the time, and that's how I start conversations. So if I did last night, so to find my tribe, I like to ask questions, of silly things like, did your kids do this? Or, last night after my team call, I was watching New Girl with my husband and I posted it and I said, who else loves this show? Or do you love this show too? And it was like, yes, or what the fuck is this? Like, so all the yeses, I sent a message today. I was like, you are my people, love that show. And then, next time I have a challenge group, I'll send them an invite and just say, I know this is totally random, but would you be interested? So I kind of use those polls as a way to start conversations and that fun stuff.
It's so funny because last night we were talking about IG and I'm like, yeah, I'm just now flipping over and I literally just have like a little over 1,000 followers versus my Facebook, which is like 4,500. Mm-hmm. And then I went to your page and I'm like, or your IG, I'm like, you have 14,000 followers. Why are you asking me about IG? What is going on?
Okay. Disclaimer. So I did I used a website to help me grow my network because as a mom of 2 young kids, it's kind of crazy to sit there and, like and comment on everybody's posts. But I use Sim Social. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but it grew my page. I think I paid like $99 a month and I used it for only like 4 to 5 months, if that. And it grew my following to that. And I mean, I do get the occasional creeper and message from an old man, and it's kind of scary sometimes, but I just delete and block all the time for people that are out there. I do get a lot of other coaches. I do have people out of the country. We all get creepers. Me too. Oh gosh. I like show my husband, like, will you be my sugar baby? It's like, oh, okay. Delete and block. He thinks it's hilarious. It's like, no. But yeah, I did use that. But I just wanted to get it over the 10,000 because then you can use the swipe up feature. I don't know if you guys know that in the Instagram stories has a swipe up feature where you can link another website or another form. So I say in my invites, if you're interested in joining my next challenge group, just swipe up and it brings them to another form. So that was my goal with the Sim Social stuff.
So you tagged me and I literally have gotten like 25 new followers today.
Really?
Randomly.
That's awesome.
It must have been because of you tagged me, because otherwise I don't know. I haven't done anything really that much different in the past 2 days, and all of a sudden I'm like, why am I getting these followers? So I had to
send me their names. I can tell you if they're my girls. It's probably on my team.
I don't know. It was like no, maybe a couple, but literally I was like, I went from 900 and something to 1,022 in like 24.
Look at you go. Did you use a hashtag you've never used before?
I don't think so. But I was like, this is really weird. But anyway, yeah. So I'm trying to creep over to IG and be consistent with it, like you say, and resilient because.
And be yourself. Like, seriously, just be you. If you mess up your words, people are going to love you. Sim got me. Yeah.
Holy crap.
So many creepers. Oh my God. I think I've gotten that same message.
That is wild.
Guys, you've never had a creeper unless you've gotten a picture.
I know. This one, I need to block this one guy who keeps saying things like, just weird stuff. Like, let me move there so we can be married, and like all this crazy stuff, like over and over again. I'm like, why? Like,
that's when you delete. Block.
Like, do I see the husband pictures that I post? I'm like obsessed with my husband, so I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, they don't care.
Yeah, they don't care. What else, you guys? Pass the
Good.
You guys have
the hashtags I haven't really gotten too familiar with. I use kind of the same ones, like, ones that apply to me, like nursing school or, where I was. I use those a lot. I try to think back to what I was searching on Instagram when I was in that negative headspace. So
that's smart.
Mm-hmm. And always be showing your transformations on on all platforms, but I like to share not only my results, but my team and my challengers' results so that people know you're actually helping people and not just, working on yourself. And because there's so many people on Instagram posting their transformations, and people need to know you have something to offer them. So how often do you share about the business? I like to drip little things. I know they talked about this at Summit a couple years ago, like breadcrumbing. So last night I didn't have like a call to action. I just wrote, don't get me wrong, I love being a stay-at-home mom, but after a long day of diaper changes, little fingers stealing my food, and one too many episodes of Elmo's World, a call with my girls and a side of wine is much needed. Thank you, Natalie, for your amazing share, whatever. So it's just dripping what I do in my post. It's not really, join my team kind of stuff. So I would say in the last 9 slides, it would be 3 or 4 of them are business related. And then I'll have my Shakeology or, just sharing recipes, adding value. I'm a big quote person, so I like to put quotes up. But not just throwing the quote up and leaving it, just kind of, can anybody relate, ? Like get that engagement going on your page. What else? Oh no, delete them. All the creepers.
Oh my gosh, so creepy.
Does anybody else have any other
Oh,
questions?
what else? It's so funny seeing everybody doing laundry and
The what?
people doing
Oh, I know.
laundry and like page or personal page more.
Definitely personal page. I have a like page. I don't think I've posted on it in a year and a half.
No, mine is bad too. Somehow I'm still getting a like here and there. I don't know how, because I haven't posted it in probably 2 years. I just was so impatient with anything happening with it, and I was having success with the personal. So
yeah,
I don't know. I know everybody has their accounts, but
I mean, I'm always nervous about, like, there's always those scares, like they're going to shut down your personal page if you're, just don't talk about business nonstop. Don't post like pictures of products, be you, drip little things here and there about what you're offering. But, if you have kids, throw a post about your kids up, share your personal life. Makes you human.
yeah.
Instead of a Beachbody robot.
Sometimes I feel like I am a robot. What else, you guys? Okay, here's another question.
Oh, that's a good question. Blast freaking personal development everywhere. So I have a couple people in my life that are always negative, and people I can't remove, completely, they're family members or, so I limit my time with them. I set kind of boundaries. Like if they're starting to talk negative, I'll either leave the room completely or just change the subject, and that kind of throws them off guard. But in my own personal time, Audible all day is on in the background. So you might not be hearing everything, but you're hearing, every once in a while, a good tip or two.
Yeah, for sure.
What are you laughing at? I thought there was another creeper
one. Sweet.
Do you ever feel nervous about it? Yes. It's funny because I don't really feel nervous about sharing the nursing school thing. I get nervous about talking about old jobs because I'm friends with ex-bosses and people I used to work with. Nursing school was just, it was school. So I do get nervous talking about that. I do get nervous talking about the miscarriages because I know it's a taboo topic, but it's getting a lot better to talk about things like that. And as long as you spin it positively and talk about how this opportunity has changed your life for the better and it's not bashing anybody, I think it's fine. And you're going to get the occasional nasty comment or hater, and you just kind of have to spin it the other way or just delete and block. So I'm a big fan of the block. I don't need no negativity in my life, okay?
I used to be so weird about if somebody posted underneath something that I posted and it was just, maybe it even wasn't too negative, but it was just, I didn't like the way that it felt. I would be like, oh, I'm gonna make them mad if I delete it or whatever. Just even the shift shop, I posted something and somebody was like, oh, I hated that program or something. I'm like, you're really going to post it underneath something that I just posted? Delete. Yeah. You don't post stuff like that underneath somebody's post. And in the past, I would have been like, oh, am I going to make the person mad? If I didn't even know that I deleted it. But
right.
Well, look out for yourself.
Yes. That's how I actually started. So I had lost my second in, I think it was March, April, I don't know. But I waited until October. So I waited that whole time to finally talk about it. So October 15th is Remembrance Day. So good for you for sharing. It's not easy. And did you get good feedback? I don't know who's... Yeah. So many people can relate. It's literally 1 in 4. So, people can relate. And guys, people want to talk about themselves. So if you ever ask a question, make sure it's asking your audience for advice or, which dress should I wear? People love giving their damn opinion. It's you could already know what dress you're going to wear to the damn wedding, but post 2 photos and just ask. because it gets the engagement up, and
So you do that on IG as well?
I'll do a poll, or I don't usually do posts. I think I did for one summit dress, like a party I was going to. I like posted 2 dresses, but I think that was the most I ever got. But if you have like a baby that won't sleep at night, or what to do for this, like, people love giving their opinion. I think my biggest engagement post was, what were your pregnancy cravings? I think I was like 20 weeks pregnant. I just said, I'm craving this. What's your biggest craving? And blew up. So it's so funny what people want to talk about, but.
Yeah, you just never know. Like I was saying last night, sometimes you can think you're making the best post on the. You take all this time and you post it and you're like, I can't wait for all the likes and comments to come in. Did I post it on my page, or like did I put only me?
Did I forget it?
Let me delete it and do it again, because obviously there was something wrong with the algorithm. Done. Yeah. Nobody's still. Mom, thanks for liking my post.
That's so funny.
You just never know. And then something stupid will be like.
Yeah. But that's a good point too. You have to pay attention to like when you're posting and when you're on social media. That's when your following usually is.
Mm-hmm.
So before bed, early morning, lunchtime.
Exactly.
I'll have girls on my team be like, I just posted, I'm not getting any likes. It's like 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, people are just getting to work and just sitting down. Like, don't post at that time.
Yeah.
So.
It's true. Oh. What else you got? Anything?
Sundays I lack on posting. Me too. Weekends are like family time for me. But Sunday nights, when people are miserable going back to work on Monday, I like to do like a 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock post about I love my job.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's when we do our sneak peeks.
Mm-hmm.
It's like now's the time.
It's a good time to do
it. So what do you do for sneak peeks?
So for sneak peeks, we've been doing once a month. It's just in a private Facebook group, and we kind of do a blitz. We were doing the 3-day, 5-day kind of things, but now it's like an hour, 2 hours tops. And each girl on my team takes a topic and just shares a little bit about her story, goes over her topic, and then at the end, we anybody that signs up by the end of the night gets a chance to win something. We do like a Amazon gift card or a 3-day refresh or something fun.
We're always switching it up, and we just came up with a really nice presentation, but it hasn't really, I mean, it's great.
Yeah.
But I don't know what's going on with Sneak Peek.
I know. I have people like, we only run them once a month, so we'll keep the group open, and then just we add everybody into the same group every month. And just clear out the posts. That way the people that were in it last month see the same stuff over and over again. So it's kind of, they're like, oh man, I'm seeing it again. Remember what we talked about last night? You need like more than one exposure to get them to say yes. So we keep them in there over and over again. And sometimes we see people just remove themselves, which is kind of sad, but not your people. It's fine. So.
Does your team, like, do you do videos in the group? Like, do each of you go live separately, or?
Yeah, so we kind of make it a party type atmosphere. Like, well, I'll say grab your wine, like whatever. And then every like 10 minutes or so, someone else will go live or do a post or just talk about what their topic is. So
I think that's a good idea, if not just having one person doing it. And it's a good team.
We could split up the presentation into chunks and each take a chunk, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or I think it's better to see people's faces too, right? Like, I think that's what we're missing.
Well, that's my big thing is I want people to see like the community they'll be coming into. So they might not resonate with my story, but they'll resonate with my girl Marley's story. Like she had to gain weight, or, someone else who had gone through something completely different than I did. So I just want them to know when they join our team, they're joining all of us. It's one big happy family.
Yeah. Thanks for that input.
You're welcome. And I can add you to mine, Natalie. I'll add you.
Yeah, that'd be great. Just to get ideas. Jillian created this beautiful presentation, and it's got amazing content, but for whatever reason, I don't know what the disconnect is with. Again, I think they need to see more of the team and not just, hey, here's Natalie, who I don't know, doing this presentation,
Well, that's the thing too.
What is it?
It's only good if it works.
Well,
that's the thing too. Like when people say yes to you, they want to see you, They
Melissa. Join us! Do it! God, what's your problem?
That's so funny.
Maybe we need to be more aggressive and just really like yell at them.
I'm coming to your house if you don't sign up.
I just added you, Natalie.
Huh?
I just added you to ours.
Oh, good. Thank you.
You're welcome. So you can take whatever you
It's
want.
just one of those things we're always trying to learn and grow and tweak and make, because sometimes for the longest time, the 3 to 5 day group worked.
Mm-hmm.
It worked. And it was like 2 or 3 posts per day, and people were just like signing up. And then it got to be where that was too much, too many days, and people were losing interest and saying, And then we did the event. It was an hour event, and it was just different videos, different posts.
Mm-hmm.
And that was working really well for a while. So I don't know.
I feel like we're constantly changing things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think hearing from the team is going to be probably the answer, but we'll see. Anyway.
Yeah.
What else? I don't want to keep you. I know you have babies to take care of. So
my husband's done. Husband duty.
That's awesome. Look at Jesse and his babies. That's sweet.
Oh, another thing with our Coach Sneak Peek, every time someone signs up, we give them a huge shout out in the group. So it's like we make like a little graphic and say like, welcome to the team. So then people get kind of that FOMO, like, oh my God, people are joining.
It's crazy what FOMO will do. When we did our flash sale in August, it was like everybody was like, I'm going to miss out if I don't buy a challenge bag. And it was just like,
isn't it so funny?
Oh, I've been talking to you for years. And I'm throwing you in a flash sale, and you're like, what do I need to do? It's crazy. All right. Well, let's take our team picture for anybody who wants to show their face. We'll wait for Jill. I know she's doing something. Jamie! Do you want your picture? I love all the couples. I mean, come on, man.
I know. You guys have so many cute couples.
That's freaking amazing. I love it. Okay. All right, Jamie, I'm not going to press you to. All right, on 3, you got, here. Okay, there's Renee. I thought Jamie. Okay. All right, you guys, on 3. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. All right. Thank you so much for your time. I just love you to pieces. And it's been fun doing your call and you doing mine. So I appreciate you reaching out.
You're welcome. If anybody has any questions, just feel free to reach out.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Anybody else have anything? No. All right. Let's rock the rest of this week. Love you guys.